Well, I'm back at the happiest place on earth, and me and the dogs are back up here. We met the doorman today, the representative from the door company, and the general contractor were here, and they believe. Well, the first thing the guy said was, "Did you read the instruction manual?" And my builder said, "I've been building for 35 years." And anyway, he said there's a piece that needs to go right here. Here in the bottom, it's called a 7, S-E-V-E-N. It's kind of shaped like a 7. And you were supposed to cock it and then put it underneath here. And we should have done this a long time ago. I bought a water hose at Lowe's Home Improvement today. You can see the front porch is ready for some serious porch setting. We're super windy up here today. It's kind of blowing over the ridge, but kind of howling out there. But I bought a hose from Lowe's because I knew we were going to need one eventually. Teresa requested that I not make one too heavy, so I found not as heavy as the one I normally buy. And we run the hose in the door, and we were able to duplicate the leak. So we were able to determine where the leak was, and he had a solution for it. I don't know why we hadn't done that before, that we had looked for a leak by using the water hose. I don't know. They had worked on this door 3 or 4 times, and it would be 4 to 8 weeks in between the time that we would experience the leak again. And the rain has to blow, so I'm looking directly, I'm looking at Roanoke, which is southeast. I think it's southeast. It's to the south, either slightly east, slightly west. When we get weather from that direction, even though I'm on a 6-foot covered porch, it blows on this porch, and you get a lot of sheeting of water running down the window, and it's running in that ledge or that crack. And I was actually having some water on this other corner, but he said he believes that it's running along that edge. We were unable to duplicate that. You can see Luna has put some graffiti onto the outbuilding. These teenage dogs, you never know what they're going to do. But the storage building actually looks pretty good right now. I've got still some trim for the fireplace. I've got the material for the encapsulation of the basement. I'm starting to pull stuff back out. I pulled one extension cord today. Pulled several truckload of tools and assorted things, you know, trying to strike that balance. Some of the breaking news is there's a possibility that our neighbor may offer the property next door for sale. It's 12 acres, would give us a total of 22 acres here on the mountain. So we don't know if he decides to do it. We're definitely gonna pull the trigger on it. You know, it means more to me than probably anybody else, because one, my well's on that property, and it also adjoins my property. It will give me a continuous 22 acres of property. He's done some work on it. He's built a small picnic shelter here, and he leveled some of this out, and he put a road kind of to the bottom. His piece of property is shaped, Adam's piece of property is shaped more like a pizza. You know, if enjoyed having Adam as my neighbor, and if he stays my neighbor, that would be awesome. If he sells, that would be awesome too. But he was really helpful in the building process. Some of you may remember we had equipment, the rafters, some of the equipment came in this way, and he was really accommodating to us to make it happen. But he did build this picnic shelter from some parts he had at his house. But we'll see what happens. So just gotta remember, it's nothing but money. And what is money? I don't even think it is a real thing, but property is a real thing, so we'll hang into the property. But picked up a bag of trash, and I probably can see more as I went around the house today, trying to move, you know, as we move past the construction phase. I found every can of Skull and Marlboros and Little Debbie cakes. Apparently wherever they were eating, they just dropped it. But we got to get some more dirt in here. Think about doing a French drain like I've done in my house in Roanoke, that would run around the perimeter. One might get Kermit's brother, who has a backhoe, to come up here and see if he can dig me a trench, and then I'll put the it's the corrugated pipe with the holes in it with peanuts around it. Then you put, and in Roanoke I put number 57s in it that really took care of my drainage issue. After I did that, I was done with water problems at that house. But today I picked up some more and there's a little bit more over the hill. I won't show you that, but to be honest with you, I'm just sick of picking it up. So I picked up enough trash to almost fill the cart up. A little bit over the hill. If I get the gumption tomorrow, I'll do that. Trying to get some of the tarps together. You can hear the wind. It's howling. We're tucked slightly over the ridge, so when it blows from the north or northwest, we're shielded a little bit. You know, we don't take the direct brunt of it. It's only when it comes from the south that we really take a true beating. This is my keeper pile. I think I showed you that last time. We may or may not see what Teresa says. I want to keep some of it. But this evening, I just had my dinner, and I'm going to pick up rocks. So I'm going to go down here in this my septic field and pick up some of the rocks out of the grass, just make a start of it. Might be my new hobby, picking up rocks. But the old truck's on Maynard's doing its thing, and I think the furniture's looking good in here. But I think we have a resolution to the door. So if you got a persistent leak, I would say go ahead and get the hose out first and try that. They had pulled the bottom plate off, and they had sealed underneath that, and you know, they had used the normal techniques when they seal a door for this door. He said he's only had 2 doors in his career truly problem leakers, and this is one of them. But I think the environmental conditions of Potts Mountain is a huge contributing factor. Teresa wants the dog covers off the couch. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll see. But you know, going to start load in the dishwasher. You know, every cabinet should have a dishwasher. And then I will pick up rocks till dark, take a shower, and then probably have a little mini YouTube marathon. These are the things I love to do. All right, we'll check in later this week. We'll leave here Friday. Well, we had a beautiful day. Me and Luna and Charlie. Where'd you go, Charlie? We just got through walking about 3 miles here on the dirt roads. It's real dry, nice. Nice day. Warmed up to be about 50 degrees. Looking for a little rain Friday into Saturday, so I'll be back down the mountain for that. But I was just thinking, I've been staying up here 3 or 4 days at a time. My goal now is to stay a week. After I stay a week, I want to stay up here 14 days straight. And after I do that, I'd like to stay for a whole month sometime this year. We'll see what happens. But I'll show you what I worked on today. I wanted to upgrade my stereo stuff since it's been 1984 since I bought any new equipment. And I bought a couple speakers that were fairly all recommended, using an old AV receiver I had. But you know, I realized I'm giving all my physical media to my son. You know, I gave him all my albums, and now I'm going to give him all my CDs and cassettes. And because I realized I hadn't played a CD in about 10 years, everything's streaming. And so my friend had loaned me a WIM, W-I-I-M, streaming device, and it is what's called a DAC, a digital to audio converter. And it's also, show you here on the back, it has a physical connection to the Ethernet, the RCA plugs going out. So it's a streaming device. So if you use Apple Music, you have to use AirPlay, which you get near CD quality. But if you use Amazon Music, some of the other services, you can go to a full high definition audio. For these old ears, sounds pretty good. But got these Sony speakers, Sony receiver, and so kind of, you know, here's our thank you, Elon Musk, for our internet. So we got a device that splits the internet coming in to a RJ35 cable to a regular Ethernet cable. And then we installed a small hub here. Put that in the power bar. So anything that can be connected physically, such as the TV, the WIM, what else did I connect? Might connect a laptop here. But anything I can connect, I was going to connect physically instead of connecting just with the wires. So you know, should help out. We're going to bring the rest of the home theater system up here and plug that in too. The other thing is, I've been told that all the cool kids, well, eventually I'm going to get rid of that paint. Eventually, it's coming. But I was told all the cool kids have this right here. It's called the Ecobee. And Jeff, my son, was good enough to give me this. I actually gave it to Cassie, and Cassie never used it, and then I got it. Thanks for their support. It was very good. I had a detailed tutorial on how to put it together online. I did okay, but I couldn't get it to function. So I ended up having to call their support line. I was on the phone with him about a half hour, and he went through and made some changes, had to reverse the pump or something on a heat pump, but now it seems to be working okay. This will give us the ability to connect it to the internet, and we can set programming, and we can also turn the temperature up when you head up here on the mountain, or turn it down. And it's going to give me another idea of what the temperature is inside the house. So yeah, done pretty good. Might do a little bit of caulk a little bit later. Need to paint this access point to the attic. I might do it tomorrow morning because the paint stinks and kind of stops me up. But yeah, it's looking better. Looking better all the way around. Pretty excited about getting my sisters up here for a couple of days after Easter, and maybe a few more friends after that too. So I've become quite the entertainer, which is maybe not even my personality. All right, we'll check in tomorrow. We got one more night and one more day here on the mountain. Okay, it's Friday. I have to look at my watch to see what day of the week it is. But I've been caulking the sill around the countertop in the kitchen. And I'll be back up here for a couple days next week in preparation for my sisters being here a few days after Easter. They're both school teachers. And also I did paint the ceiling insert. Luna approves. Do you approve, Luna? Good. And I painted it around. I wanted to put it up here and then give it a little time to see if it looks appropriate. And I may have to touch it up again too. But this Sherwin-Williams ceiling paint dries virtually flat. It's very flat, and seems to hide any brush marks or anything else that you might do. So we're going to put a load of laundry in the washing machine, and Luna's following me around because I have some treats in my pocket. Luna, down. Good girl, Luna. But so we've been enjoying listening to the stereo, Little Mysterious Universe. Do a little bit of paint. It's much colder today. I think it's just in the 40s. A little bit of haze. I don't know if that's what that's from. You could see the mountains this morning, but now everything's kind of got a big haze. You can just barely see. You can just see the one mountain range away where you normally see about 3 or 4 going out through there. But no, it's looks like a nicer day than it is. It's kind of cold and a little windy. The wind's moved around. It's coming from the southwest blowing. We did get the part. I saw the part for Amazon will arrive for my door the 7th, so hopefully next week I'll be able to show you that. I'm sure we're getting a ton of wind noise, but Teresa thought the fan was on last time she was here. I said no, whenever the wind blows from the south the fan turns. We'll see how that guy hangs up. It is an outdoor fan designed to be used outdoors. Luna, what do you think? You're being very stoic. Charlie isn't enjoying himself. He said he prefers leather. If he has to pick a choice of where to sit and where to hang out, he's going to choose leather. So good job. But the dogs have been pretty laid back today. Not sure what's going on with them. They've just been kind of relaxed. I hadn't felt great, but I'm not sure exactly why. But we'll wrap this up and get back up here sometime next week in preparation for the siblings only weekend. My sister's coming, perhaps even my brother. All right, we'll see you next time.